I got up, stood up, walked to the bathroom, and then I like blacked out. Hey guys, what's up? It's Imurgency and welcome back to my channel. Today we are in my kitchen. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of everything. And by everything I mean that we're going to be cooking and we're going to be spilling some tea. So that's right, I asked you guys on the community tab section of YouTube. So if you don't use that and if you're not subscribed, then subscribe and check it out because I use it a lot. And I asked you guys what video you guys wanted to see and you said that you wanted to see me tell my craziest freshman year stories. And I was like, you know what, I'll do you one better. I'll cook for you while I do that. So here we are. We're gonna see how this goes because as you know, I am very uncoordinated. So trying to tell a story that sounds coherent and trying to cook a meal that is somewhat decent is going to be a challenge for me. But I'm always down for a challenge. Let's go. I know I haven't done a room tour yet, but that's for good reason. You guys will see why very, very soon. But I have a kitchen now, which is crazy, a concept, right? Sophomore at the kitchen, that's me. And what I usually do is I usually like meal prep, which means making meals like ahead of time. That's been going pretty well. I like to consider myself like a C tier chef, maybe a D tier chef. Like I don't know. I just learned how to season, so like every black person ever is proud of me right now. Thank you. I know. I'm gonna be making some shrimp Alfredo. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be making in the background. That's like unimportant. I'm gonna be like walking you guys through it while I'm also telling you guys some like crazy stories. So stick around. I wanna find an angle where you can like see things. But you can see how messy my bed is. Hold on, just a minute. Good. Okay, so let's first get myself ready to cook before I actually start anything. So first things first, I'm gonna boil this. How much water? 4 quarts of water. How much is a quart? Hey Siri, how many cups are in a quart? Oh, I mean, if 1 quart is 4 cups and it requires 4 quarts, that means I need to do this 16 times, right? If the math checks out, I don't know, I dropped out of math. So yeah, as I was saying, freshman year was wild. So I have a ton of stories. Right now I have written down 14, but I do not want this to be like a 30-minute video. So I'm just gonna like go down the list, whichever ones really like jump out to me, you know? First story that I want to tell you guys. So I'm just gonna like say it out there. Me and my friends went to a strip club. All right, future employers, hold on. Do not deny my application quite yet. Let me explain. So basically, one day, like one random day freshman year, my friend Drisha, Freya, and I were all like studying, we're doing Spanish homework, and she randomly just started telling us about this place she heard about that was supposed to be really nice. It was supposed to be a really nice club called Saks. And for those of you in the DMV area, you may know of Saks as like a club or strip club. It's not really a strip club, and I'll get into that. It was like a Friday morning, so we were like, yeah, let's do it. When do we do it? So we basically just like look up the website and try and like figure out what's good with Saks, like what is Saks. I forget what like the official name for it is. Like it's not like a traditional strip club. It's like a more of like a performance than like what you think of when you think of like strip club, you know? So we find out that it's like by reservation only. Like it is fancy. Like this is fancy. Like all of the decorations, like the whole place looks super duper fancy. Like more than I could ever be paid in my life type of fancy. So me and my friends are like, whoa, let's do this. This sounds like it would be fun. Like we're all broke. The money just isn't there, but we want to do it anyway. So fast forward to actually like going there. We get all dressed up. We're getting super fancy because we're thinking like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a bougie ass place. We gotta be super fancy. But we get there and it is so fancy. And then we get seated because we think it's gonna be like a club, but apparently the club doesn't start till later. And we only got reservations for like the dinner. So we get there, we get seated, we're sitting down, we're having a great time. We're like, wow, this is so great. And then the lights go down. You just see like this dance floor, and then above the dance floor is this wall, but like it's a fully glass wall where it's basically like a display case, but like life size, like person size. And then like 5 or 6 women just start dancing. And like when I tell you that we were all in awe, not for like the reasons you may think, like we're in awe because like this literally looks like some kind of dance performance. This looks like some like Alvin Ailey type stuff, you feel me? And then a rope descends from the ceiling. I kid you not. And someone comes out. I think like the theme that night was like circus. So someone comes down on the rope and is like doing acrobatics in the air. And the rope starts moving around the dance floor. And she's still over there doing all of her acrobatics and all that. And I'm like, oh, I forgot the best part. Or not the best part, like the crazy part, you know? My friend Drisha calls over the waitress and like, you see him? It's his birthday today. Funny to me. Then like 20 minutes go by and like they're like, can you come out please? And I'm like, oh yeah. Like I'm acting surprised, like I don't know. I'm like, what? Why? They sit me down in like this giant chair and all of these dancers just come. and they're like flocking and they're like dancing. Like I have videos of it, like I'll insert here. And I'm just like freaking out because I'm like, what is this? Like, this was supposed to be a regular night. Like, what is going on? I was doing Spanish homework like 5 hours ago. Well, that's that story. Let's actually get back to cooking. I have my shrimp here, and they're kind of frozen right now. So then I just like run it under hot water. Defrost, I think, is like the adult term for it. The next story is kind of dumb. There was a time when me and my roommate, my old roommate Joanne, thought that we were being sniped. We thought someone was about to like quick scope us from our room because we were in Thurston at the time. It was just me and him in the room. We were just talking. I think I was vlogging actually at the time. And I look out my window and I see a man on like the roof of the adjacent building. And then I think, because you know, I'm a little loopy. I think I see something in his hand, like something long, like something like a rifle or something, like a sniper rifle in his hand. I'm like, oh, what is that? And then he turns around and I see that he has a black mask on. I'm like, oh geez, nah, this is it for us. And he turns around and looks at us. I'm like, Jawan, we're about to be sniped. I love that me and Jawan are on like the same level of like crazy, because we start like ducking and like hiding behind, like he goes behind the closet, I like hide in the other closet, like by my bed. I actually don't know how that story ends, because honestly, we just closed the blinds and then went on with our day after like freaking out for like 5 minutes. Is this interesting to watch? Probably not. Let me move the angle so you can actually see what I'm doing. The next story is pretty funny. If you guys don't know, I have a friend named Mehdi, who's the biggest crackhead, but he's one of my closest friends. I love him for it. But my friend Mehdi is very active on Tinder, right? So one day, matches with this girl and decides to set up a date, but she lives on the Vern. And I'm friends with this girl now, so it's actually pretty funny. But he wants to go on a Tinder date with this girl, but he doesn't want to go alone. So of course, he invites me as his third wheel. So for those of you who don't know, GW has 2 campuses. They have the Mount Vernon campus, which is basically like fully integrated, second campus near Georgetown. We're like hiking over there. He's like talking it up, like, oh yeah, I matched this girl on Tinder. It's all exciting. Like, I'm really excited to meet her. We're about to go to like her, I'm not sure if it was a birthday party, if it was just like a regular party. I don't think it was a birthday party. That's gonna be the theme of this video, like Mehdi dragging me to a lot of things. So we get there and automatically it's just awkward. There's supposed to be a party there, but it's not really a party. There's like four people in there. They're all like not in the best mental state, if you know what I mean. I'm like, cool, this is weird. Like, music is pretty low, but there is music. Like, it's just like an awkward scene, you know? It like feels awkward. And Mehdi just sits there on the couch and is just sitting there, and I'm like, okay, cool, you gonna make your move, Mehdi, or what? And like the whole night he just like sits there and like talks to the girl every now and then. But like for the most part, it's just sitting there, and I'm just sitting there because like I don't know anyone. I socialized with a few people. Nothing ended up happening between the date, and then like we left, and like Mehdi was feeling some type of way. Like it didn't end well. But like it was a good experience. Being the third wheel of Mehdi's days. I'm not sure if that was crazy or if that was just like stupid, but like I told you the story anyway. So now I guess we'll talk about some like actually crazy things. Like that aren't like traditionally crazy, like not like party crazy, but I mean like they're pretty wild. For example, like there was this one time last year where I literally like passed out in my room. Like literally like passed out. And no one was there, so like I passed out in my room by myself. No one checked on me, it was fine. So I woke up from a nap, right? I think it might have been like an iron deficiency thing. Honestly, I have no idea. But like, I got up, stood up, walked to the bathroom, and then I like blacked out. Like literally like blacked out. Like I can't remember anything past that. I just remember I woke up on the floor an hour later with like bruises on my like legs and stuff and my arms. So I must have like caught myself right before I fell. But apparently I was down there for like an hour, like literally like an hour. I haven't told anyone this actually. So welcome to your tape. This one's like kind of like tea, but like also not, you know? Like I said before, I'm a reformed person. There was one time freshman year where I threw a party in my room without my roommate knowing it. I know, I'm a great person, right? This was like right before winter break, I think. Yeah, right before we went off for like winter break. And I invited a whole bunch of people. Like I'm like, a whole bunch of my friends actually. And we're like, cool, we're gonna have a little party right before we go back. One of my roommates who was like opposed to partying in the room was gone. Like he went back home already because he finished finals early. Bless his heart, I'm so sorry for this. I was like, okay, cool. That means I'm gonna throw a party. Like it's gonna be active, it's gonna be a party. So I can invite maybe like 7-8 people. So it's not like a huge thing. And then like some of those friends invite some friends that they had over. And I was like, okay, cool, this is fun. And like a few of my roommates came over too. And we were just like partying it up, like having a great time. And it was great, like it was like a great time. We had a lot of fun until maybe like a month or later. The party was good, it was fun and fresh. But like the one thing that was kind of like, was that, which was like totally wrong on my part, was that by the end of the night, like people were like tired, so they decided to like sleep over. So I was like, oh yeah, we have like an extra bed, you can sleep on it. And I only said that because my roommate had taken all of his bedding off. Like he'd taken his bedding off his bed. I think he like put it in the laundry, or he like took it with him back home. So I like said, yeah, you can sleep on the bed, like it's fine, because like his stuff is in there, so it's not gonna be like dirty or whatever. My fault, of course, because it's like, Rumi, what were you thinking? Oh wait, you weren't, right? So like I invite them to spend the night. They like 2 people sleep on his bed, a couple people sleep on the floor, and I'm like fine. Like I like no one will know. It's fine. A couple months go by. Me and my roommate get into an argument, right? Not an argument. Like we're talking things out. We're like bringing up like everything, just like clear everything out. It's like near the end of the year, like middle of the year, middle to like near the end of the year actually. And he's like, I knew you threw a party in this room, and I know that someone slept in my bed. And I was like, exposed, like literally. I'm like, how do you know? And he's like, I just know. Again, no tea, no shade. I am totally cool with my roommate, like on my end. I think he's cool with me, I hope. If you're watching this video, you know who you are. I hope we're cool. And apparently there was like some snitch. I have my ideas to who the snitch is, but I don't know exactly who filled them in. But it doesn't matter because it's like over and it's like old. But like it's just funny, you know? A little crazy that I got exposed for being a bad person. So you can't see it right now. Actually, let me be an actual good cooking YouTuber. Pasta, shrimp, and I'm about to make the Alfredo sauce right now. I'm gonna mix it together and I'm gonna show you the final product. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be trash. If I'm being completely honest, like I did not focus on this. I was mostly focused on telling the story. Got 3 meals right here, don't mind the mess. Yeah, I got 3 meals all over here. I'm probably gonna end up putting some other stuff in here once I actually prepare them because they're pretty bland. Like I said, D-grade chef, but yeah. Those are all my stories. I'm sorry if they're like a little bit lame. I'm just like not like a super duper cool person or whatever, so I don't really like do that much that I can tell you about. But if you guys want to see a more juicy part, more like unfiltered, like raw section, but from like other people in the school and want to know other people did their first years, let me know, because I was planning on doing a public interview asking people what their craziest freshman year stories are. So if you want to see that, comment down below. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, to hit that subscribe button to join the roommates. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by leaving a like and comment down below if you guys want to see that part 2 or like variation or like any other video suggestions that you'd like to see from me. Turn on my post notifications so you never miss an upload or a community tab post so you can contribute to future videos. Follow me on my socials floating around right around here to see behind the scenes content, get to know me a little bit more, and participate in future videos as well. Share this video with a friend if you want them to know how not to cook and if you want them to know some crazy college stories. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been Imurgency. I'm on Coffee Crack, and I'll see you guys next time.